Hello everyone and welcome back to Collection Log Progress, the series where we're trying to fill in as many log slots as possible. In the last episode we focused mostly on doing clues, so in this episode to switch it up we've decided to go through a lot more of a PVM route, as well as exploring some more niche content that OSRS has to offer. Starting off today, as you can probably tell, we're going to be doing some Zulrah to try and fill in the last few log slots, which consist of the Onyx, Mutagens and Pet. Here we have a slideshow of all the drops I got along the way. I ended up doing 100 kills in total, which whilst isn't on rate for an item, does leave me with a nice 1100 kills total here. One thing I was surprised about was the amount of magic seeds I got here. If you keep an eye out, you'll see them along the way. Now, I'll let you enjoy. Now, as you saw there, unfortunately we were unable to obtain any new unique items for the Zulrah area of the collection log, but we did bring our kill count up to a nice 1100, meaning next time we go back, hopefully we'll have a higher chance of getting it. And yes, I know that's not how drop rolls work in OSRS, but I like to keep my hopes up about these type of things. After Zulrah, I decided I wanted to go do a more relaxing minigame, one where there wasn't really any danger of anything bad happening. And one where I knew I still had log slots to fill in was Temporos. With Temporos, I'm still missing 2 pieces of the Angler outfit along with a strew of the uniques, so I went there and opened up around 50 permit points. I used the solo method, as I learnt from Floopy Doobles, and I'll link his video in the description, which is helpful as it averages around 11 to 12 points per game, and you can get a lot more points doing that than when you're playing in a group. Unfortunately, I lost the end of the clip here, but it doesn't matter too much as we didn't get anything new. Now, an area of content I was yet to touch is that of the Camdozal Mines, released with the Blow Ice Mountain quest. The log for this is completely empty, and I'm hoping to resolve that. One of the first ways you do about it is mining. You go around to the northwest corner and you mine a bunch of these Baronite shards, take them over to this anvil, and then break them down for rewards. Here we get our first unique, that being the ancient Carsonette. You can trade this in Varrock Museum for some more kudos, which may help you if you're looking to unlock Fossil Island in the early game. It then took us a couple more inventories of opening Baronite chunks to get our next unique, the Ancient Treatise, which similar to the previous item, is one used to trade in for kudos. A couple more inventories in and we're still yet to see another unique, but we have saved up enough Baronite shards to go over here and talk to Romano. Talking to him gives you access to different buffs within the Camdozal Mines, one of which being a buff to unique items from mining, so of course when I could, I picked that up. Coming up on the end of this inventory of chunks, I get what is arguably the best item from this whole area, the Encando's Hammer. This is a wieldable hammer, meaning when you're doing activities such as birdhouse runs or smithing, you can save yourself an inventory space, which might sound minor, but in a game where you've only got 28 slots, it's a major improvement. There is a slight downside to this item, however, as when checking the log, it is not first filled in, because obtaining the hammer, you first get it broken, and need to give it and 1250 Baronite shards to Romano to fix it. Unfortunately, with me just buying the mining boost, I had to stay here a little bit longer in order to upgrade it, but you know I did. One funny thing to note is that while attempting to get the shards for my first hammer, I received a second, and whilst I didn't know this at the time, after the fact I learned that you can trade in the extra broken hammer for 350 additional shards. This would have helped in the process of repairing the first, but we got it either way. Now, another piece of content I was yet to dabble in since its rework about a year ago was that of Shades of Morton. I had heard that this is a good area for elite clues, and for a video idea I've got coming up in the future, I need a lot of those. On top of that, there is around 7 or 8 uniques here that I can collect, so I managed to go collect myself some gold keys and do those, as well as after the fact, I used some of the remaining keys from the old days of when I used to do the game. Now, I left the clip rolling there because it didn't take us very long at all to obtain our first unique, the Flamtier bag. This bag allows you to hold items relevant to the Shades of Morton minigame. Personally, I won't be using it as I buy my logs off the GE, but it's nice to have for those who want to play the game more. Soon after, and with a little bit of me figuring out which chest lines to which key, we managed to get the Amulet of the Damned, an item which, when equipped with a barrow set, buffs it in some way or another, be it an extra hit or additional damage as such. Then, whilst opening the keys that lay dormant in my bank for a while, I obtained some fine cloth, a piece of material used in the process of making split bark armour, which is important for irons as a couple of clue steps require it. Whilst doing another inventory, I managed to obtain a second Amulet of the Damned. I leave it here for now, but I'm sure this is a place I'd like to come back to, as whilst I didn't see any elites this time, I do wish to get some. In between PVM and other business, I've been trying to keep on top of my birdhouse runs and starting up my farm runs again, and I managed to catch the moment here where I got 89 Hunter, which now allows me to use the best birdhouses possible, redwoods. And with me doing the woodcutting event a few weeks back, I've got plenty of those stacked up in my bank, ready to use. Now, that's been a shorter one today, but I've got plans on the side that are coming in the future, with a little bit of a hint right here. But you're going to have to wait and see what that is. Now, if there's any bosses that you guys would like to see me kill more of, let me know below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!